Hey everybody, welcome back to TAZ's Wig Closet at Wig Studio One. Come here to learn and come here to dream. We're going to take a look at a dream style today by Raquel Welch. It's a really hot style. It's called Simmer. This is the original Simmer in the color Shaded Cappuccino. We're going to take this right from the box and fix it up. Coming up. This featured wig style was sent to me by Wig Studio One, so I could review it for you today. You can find and purchase it directly from Wig Studio One. If you drop below this video, I'll attach a direct product link there. It'll be labeled Find Raquel Welch's Simmer at Wig Studio One. If you click on that link, it'll take you out to the site. You can choose your color and take a look at pricing and add it to your cart from there. If you have any questions for us, please reach out to support@wigstudio1.com. And don't forget to visit us on our other social media, a private Facebook group called Wig Studio One Wig and Topper Support Group, a fully loaded Instagram page, and a ton of variety on the YouTube channel by Wig Studio One. All of those links will also be below. So let's get to it, shall we? This is Simmer by Raquel Welch. We're just gonna fly through this unboxing here. I think everybody has seen how they look inside of the box, but when they come out of the box is really what we want to know, right? The net came off there. Checking the tags, everything looks good there. Now this was inside out, but there was a net over it. It just got hung up on the bobby pin. Everything looks great so far. So I'm going to go ahead and remove these tags. We're going to take a look at the inside of the cap and get this on my head. Okay, so here's a look at the inside of the cap for Simmer. There's your extended lace front. It runs back into the ear tab on both sides. It's nicely contoured. It features some really nice fine knotting there at the front, giving it a nice natural look. You've got a seam that adjoins the lace front to the single monofilament top. Again, I feel like those monofilament features are very natural looking on this piece. Not too scratchy. They're very pliable, which is exactly what we want to see. Then we have a closed velvet ear tab, an extended felted nape with Velcro style adjusters, lots of darting and wefting here for a custom-like fit. And I will definitely report on the fit. Let's go ahead and try it on without making any adjustments. Now you recall that I have a 21¼ inch circumference, which is just above petite average. So we're going to assess the fit on this right from the box. Okay. So without making any adjustments, this fits me actually better than most Raquel Welch styles do right out of the box. I feel like this is average. I am going to have to make a slight adjustment to accommodate my petite average circumference. Otherwise, man, could I wear it out just like this? With doing nothing to it? Rarely does that ever happen, right? Yes, I think I could. There's still a weave pattern there, which looks, you know, a little too put together. But yeah, it looks really good. So let me go ahead and make an adjustment. Now, you know how I operate, right? I like to shake my wigs right out of the box. This wakes up the fiber. It allows each of these fibers to move independently and create a very natural movement. I think one of our biggest mistakes is that we don't wake these wigs up enough. Now, if you plan to return a wig style, I must caution you that you don't want to go through these steps because that could jeopardize your return. You have to really see the potential in a style when you bring it right out of the box without doing a whole lot to it. Okay, so I'm just going to break up that weave part a little bit at the front. Now this is a full monofilament top, remember, so we can part it in any direction. And I usually like to part mine just a little bit left of center, and that gives me my best look. All right, so I made an adjustment. I cinched those in there. I've shaken it. I've broken up that part a little bit. I think it's ready to reapply it. So glad I have a mirror now. Wow. I've had Simmer before. In fact, I've had it in this color before when it first came out several years ago. I think it was like 2019 perhaps. 18, maybe late 18. I'm not exactly sure on that, but it did not seem as fluffy as this one is. All right, it's beautiful. So Simmer is just a medium length, long bob style. And it has very minimal layering all the way around, but it features this really gentle wave process, just a deconstructed spiral, soft spiral. It's not heavily taken down. It's not really considered a beachy wave where that's more chaotic, but you're gonna get some really nice, soft, deconstructed waves. This is really on trend, this style. Oh, you just continue to see it. I wear my Simmer Elite quite a bit out, and it never fails to draw attention. All right, so let's talk real briefly. We already went over the cap, but let's go through the specs real quick. Right around 11 or so inches here at the front layer. Overall, it's about 12 inches overall. Now, Simmer doesn't have a shorter layer at the back and a longer layer at the front. It does look a little graduated here, doesn't it? I just think that's how the layers come together and also the curl pattern. It's kind of giving you that illusion, but it really is about the same length all the way around. It weighs about 4.5 ounces, features that lace front, single monofilament top, open wefted sides and back as we've described. So I'm just gonna play around with this just a second here, just to kind of show you what we're looking at. So this is made from the True to Life fiber by Raquel Welch, which is in the heat-friendly line, okay? And there's just so much you can do with this monofilament top, and I like to play around with that. So sometimes my best look is typically they're a little left of center, but when I had it there, it looked a little awkward. Now, you know me too. I like a little bit of lift at the front, and just by moving that piece over from the right to the left, it created a little bit of resistance, enough resistance to give me the lift and contour that I really like at the front. So this is definitely a way I would wear it. Now also with a monofilament, I like to, however I part it, I like to take that part all the way back to the crown, even past the where the monofilament ends, just so that it looks more natural back there. Okay. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I love how these waves tend to have a little more body than the first one that I've had. It feels a little more fluffy, a little more separated, a little more body. Now this is just an average density style. This is not a heavy density, nor is it a light density. Typically with the Raquel Welch, you're not going to see a light density on Raquel Welch for a couple of reasons. They like their fiber. Lots of fiber sewn into typical Raquel Welch styles, but also each one of these fibers is a little thicker and denser. Something about the way that this heat-friendly fiber is made, it's not a fine fiber. It's more of a hardy type fiber. Now, sometimes that can cause a little bit of stickiness with their heat-friendly fiber, but I got to tell you, it feels absolutely luxurious, very velvety. In addition to having just an average type density, Simmer also features very little permatease on this piece. I don't recall my last one. Now on the Simmer Elite, I didn't sense any permatease, but on this piece, there might just be a little bit right there at the temple area, just below the temple, kind of in the middle, because the nape doesn't have any soft, pillowy permatease, nor do I feel any right around the monofilament top. I feel like this has less permatease compared to the original regular editor's pick, which features the same exact cap. So I'll continue to work on this a little bit more in styling, but before we go there, I do want to talk about this color. Shaded Cappuccino is just an absolute winner. In fact, if I had to choose two colors to wear in the Raquel Welch line forever, I would choose Shaded Biscuit as my mainstay, but also the Shaded Cappuccino. So in Shaded Cappuccino, I see 2 or 3 colors going through this. So what you're gonna see first though is this base color of a light brown. Now that brown is more, I feel, neutral in tone. So a neutral light brown, but then I'm also seeing a little bit of light warm brown or golden brown. So a combination of neutral and golden brown. And then what is the icing on the cake here is this platinum highlight. The platinum highlight is so strategically done. It really accents this color nicely. It brightens and lightens it up, and they bring it right to the lace front, which gives a nice soft look to the lace front. So here is a look at the lace front for Simmer, and you'll notice that they do band some of that platinum right there at the lace front. Now on this, I think it lightens and brightens the face, but it's not too much. It's not too dramatic. It just looks like a really well done highlight job, doesn't it? And when you bring it away from the face, oh, that highlight just really brightens the face, doesn't it? So the first thing I want to do is show you glasses. I like to do that because it kind of gives you an indication of if, especially if you're a full-time glasses wearer, but really any glasses wearer, just how it's going to feel. Is it going to feel secure? Is it going to be painful? This particular piece, I'm sensing some permatease around that ear that kind of pushes this glasses arm out a little bit. Depending on the thickness of your glasses arm, you should be okay between the ear and the ear tab, but if not, you may have to slip it underneath the ear tab or engage a little bit of it into the weft behind the ear just to hold it secure. Adorable with glasses though, isn't it? All right, so I'm just going to move this hair around just to give you an idea. We're going to check out the parting options. We're going to take a look at maybe a couple of updos. We're going to see how it moves and reacts. Again, this styling segment is really for you to get to know this wig style. It's definitely not a tutorial, but I do want to inspire you to work with your wigs and make them your own. We'll see you again real soon right here at TAZ's Wig Closet at Wig Studio 1.